Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder once again. We have another Reddit story for you from AITA again, and this one is titled, Am I the Astronauts for Charging My Roommates a Clean Air Fee to Make Things More Fair? Clean air fee, okay. Hello Reddit, I don't usually use this website, but my roommates told me to post it on here in hopes that some outside perspectives will help us settle the situation. Hence the brand new account. The three of us live in a 3-3 and split cost equally 3 ways. For the most part, I have a slightly bigger bedroom, so I pay a bit more than my other 2 roommates in rent. However, at the moment, I feel like I'm putting more work into maintaining the environment that we should all get to enjoy, and that I should be compensated fairly for that. I have over 100 different houseplants throughout the apartment, including shared spaces like the living room, that I spend hours every week and thousands of dollars caring for, purchasing, and maintaining. My roommates have commented on how pretty some of the plants are, so I know they appreciate having them around as well. Obviously, the presence of these plants contributes to the cleanliness of the air that we breathe in our home. With so many plants in our house, our home air quality is obviously superior to those without houseplants, and with COVID and other air quality considerations, it's basically like having an in-house HEPA air purifier, but the plants are natural, so they're even better. Because I put so much money and so many hours of work into these plants, I feel that my roommates should contribute to that financial burden by paying what we would call a clean air fee. Something reasonable like $25 a month from each roommate would really help offset the cost of things like fertilizer, new pots, soil, etc., and the time I put into taking care of the plants. I think this is an incredibly fair agreement for my roommates, as they get the benefit of living in a house with organically clean air and not doing any of the work. They think I'm being unreasonable and selfish. I told them that I would be willing to compromise and not charge them a fee if they would hold their breath between the front door and going to their bedrooms, which isn't even far. It's not like we live in a huge apartment. Oh, you're serious about this. So they aren't breathing the plant-cleaned air that they aren't paying for. They think that's stupid, but have yet to propose another reasonable compromise. So I think it's pretty clear who's being unreasonable in this situation. So basically, that's where we're at. I'm the one who everyone gives rent money to, and then I write the check to the landlord. So if we don't figure this out by the next time rent is due, it's going to be a problem. How can I get my roommates to see or understand my side of this? If you're looking for unbiased opinions here, asking the question, how do I get my roommates to see my side of this, probably puts a bit of a slant on it, doesn't it? Also, you don't get to fill the common spaces with things that you care about and then try to charge other people for them. If I were your roommate right now, I would be like, actually, we're going to charge you more for rent because your plants are taking up the majority of the common areas. You have chosen to fill the common areas, which should be equally accessible to all. You have filled 100% of these areas with surfaces that things can be put on with your shit. So you'll be paying more. That was a you choice. We didn't have any say in that happening in the first place. Also, tell you what, you keep your bullshit. Roommate and I are going to get a HEPA air filter, and that will be our thing, okay? And then you can have your thing, and then actually the HEPA air filter says that it is good for 1,600 square feet, which includes your bedroom, so we're actually going to start charging you as well. You don't get to just impose your wishes upon other people. Also, you already had the plant. It's not like you were pitching something new. You can't do something and then try to charge people for it. If you were pitching this as an idea for an organically clean air initiative and said, hey, let's do this, what do you guys think? That's different. They didn't get any input on this. You live together. You're just imposing your rule on them. Yeah, you're the asshole. How big of an asshole are you? Yeah, there is some Delulu going on there. I'll give you that. We'll go Delulu on this lady. I'm going to go out on a limb, pun intended, and say this is probably her first time living with other people. She's like, well, they breathe the air and they even say that these things look pretty, which I'm also going to go out on a limb and say that some of those might be backhanded compliments. Wonder if those over 100 plants fit into a room. Yeah, that's a thing too. Your roommates could jump up here and be like, hey, sorry, that's not going to work. Plus, you aren't allowed to fill more than 33.33 continuum % of these spaces with your plants. So you're going to have to figure out something to do with the rest, because then you would be taking up more space. And unless you're interested in paying more for taking up that additional space in common areas, find another place for them. And if they did that to you, they would be the assholes to you, right? Well, you're doing the same effing thing to them. For me, I don't think you're evil. I think you're probably just inexperienced, maybe a bit delusional. This will be a learning moment for everybody. I'm glad that your roommates told you to post here, because you have this view where they're being completely unreasonable, and even ended this with, how can I get them to see my point of view? You can't, because it's delusional. Okay. I understand the sentiment behind it, but there are several reasons why this will not work. And actually, if anybody should be paying more, it should be you. So you might want to keep your mouth shut about that whole thing, eh?